Okay.
Okay, recording started. Play again. Let's go.
2 weeks ago, this Carl kid records his testimony.
And then 3 days before he gets to court, where the deputy DA can cross-examine him, someone blows the boy away. Doesn't that sound a little coincidental?
I don't believe in coincidence. So let's take the systematic approach.
Final marathon rank.
I looked in my office, in my car, and my keys. Okay, good. Keys, lipstick. What else?
Daniels and I could pull the booking photos of everyone with assault charges who matched the description in Carl's deposition. The white males, under 30, over 6 feet, with a scarf.
Okay, sounds good. How far back do you want us to go? Let's start a year before the Quick Mart murders and take it through to today. And then, Lieutenant Tao, if you could follow up on the casings and bullets that were in Paul's
Daniels is his girlfriend, so I think she's a little nervous about that.
Because if we are Sanchez, I think someone else might have seen Paul's killer.
Who's that?
Gerald Curtis. He's visiting LA right now to appear in his motion for a new trial, which means that the contents of his cell at Folsom have been vaulted. We need a search warrant to go through them, see if you can manage that, and have his things overnighted to us. Thank you. And then while we're waiting, let's put together a removal order and send it over to our new friends over at the DA's office, because tomorrow morning, Gerald Curtis is going to have to tell us his side of the story. Listen, do you think the two of you could look for a person who's big and is white?
Trust us, Chief. We know what your purse looks like.
Okay, thank you. So license in it, credit cards, my ammunition, clip, my phone. Ring your cell phone. It's got a ring.
Why don't you call her cell phone?
Have you tried calling it?
Hundreds of times. It's just, please see if you can find it. It's not an illusion. It's not a delusion. Thank you, sir.
Stay away. Stay away from here. No! I'll kill you! Alright, you better run.
Deputy Chief Johnson, I'm sorry to put you through a transport from county.
It's no problem. Love the trip.
And did Detective Sanchez been appraising of your rights?
Yeah. And, I'm not sure how much I can tell you without my lawyers.
I'm not investigating the Quick Mart murders. I'm looking into who killed Carl Nielsen yesterday afternoon, and you're not suspecting that crap, so you don't need a lawyer. And from those change you wearing, I'm guessing you had a pretty good alibi.
It's, I know I do. You know, more than that, I really needed him alive, but I'm trying not to think about it so much. All I keep thinking about is how close I came to having a new trial, and now, on the other hand, you know, I only made it this far because the kid stood up for me. I guess I should do the same for him, but I'm not really sure what I can do.
Well, did you ever meet him?
No. I didn't even know his name until my lawyers told me about him a couple days ago.
You tell anyone in prison about Carl and your friends?
I don't have any friends in prison, ma'am. And no, I didn't tell anyone. You know, I mean, that was something that my lawyers and Father Watson warned me not to do.
You were in touch with Father Watson personally?
Yeah. Well, a little. Through the Freedom Initiative. It was like a project for his class. You know, it was a good thing for me. It was a really good thing because Carl came forward. I mean, you know, I know that in some ways I didn't deserve a second chance.
Why?
Excuse me. I keep thinking about myself. And I know that that's wrong, I'm sorry.
You're disappointed. It's understandable.
I am.
At least I made it to the round before the final round, and I didn't lose points.
I'm different now, you know. I mean, you know, and I admit I've made a lot of mistakes.
Idiot, ruined my chance and his own chance.
For change isn't freedom, it's supposed to be spiritual. At least that's what my priest told me.
Sure, you gotta do better.
Maybe I've been wishing for the wrong thing. All this fun.
You should have watched
You
him
see
play.
during the quick mark during the killings, I was wondering if you might have remembered anything. You may have turned the right things.
What?
You. I have been waiting years for somebody to ask me that question. I can answer you without my lawyers. I'll go ahead and just tell you what I told them, okay?
I appreciate that.
I was high on PCP at the time. I wasn't even sure what the guy was doing, really, probably because he had this handkerchief, tied around his face. It looked like a joke, but he had a gun, and he told everybody to put our heads down. I thought, in case this isn't a dream, I better stare at the floor. What else? He was really tall. He had lighter hair than mine, I remember that.
You have any idea why two of the witnesses thought that you were the killer?
I hadn't showered in a couple days. And I was out of my mind. As soon as the guy left, I ran up to the counter. And if people had looked up then, they would have seen me taking all the beef jerky. It's stupid. I stuffed it in my pants. I thought, free stuff.
And he's been paying for it ever since, which made him ideal for me to introduce to my civics class the Freedom Initiative.
Chief, you got the report back on the casings and the gun that killed Carl. Completely different from the one used at Quick Mart.
Okay, so it won't be easy. Thank you, Lieutenant Taylor.
Bouncy Dove.
But you knew Gerald before his arrest.
No, but I was looking for someone just like him.
Really? Why?
I want my students to see from personal experience that injustice can be found in their very own neighborhood and maybe even at the Quick Mart, and that the consequences of that injustice could be life and death.
Yeah, so you made that point very clear. Father, this way. Have a seat. But Carl wasn't one of your students, though.
No, he wasn't.
So how did he become involved in getting Mr. Curtis a new trial?
Well, I called the Freedom Initiative to see what they were doing in our area, and they sent over copies of everything they'd obtained from Gerald's trial. And I noticed from the timestamp of the Quick Mart's register that about 15 people had come in and out of the store minutes, maybe even seconds before the murders took place. But the LAPD only interviewed 4 of those people, so we papered the neighborhood, looking for a witness that the police might have missed.
And the person who finally turned up just happened to be someone you knew. Didn't that strike you as coincidence?
Struck me as a miracle, Miss Johnson. You saw Carl's testimony, didn't you find it compelling?
Convenient.
Excuse me?
Carl Nelson, a young boy with whom you were extremely familiar, suddenly turns up with crucial, never before heard information about a murder involving a death row inmate that you had made the personal cause of your class. Soon after the boy gives his video deposition, he is conveniently shot to death for prosecution as just prosecuted.
The young man formed an act of rare moral courage. He stood up for the most powerless and needy in society, and he was senselessly murdered for it. I don't find it convenient, Miss Johnson, because it's also the story of Christ, the foundation of my faith. Which is not to say that I am any less than horrified by Carl's death. But now it's your responsibility to
Hey,
make
Christ
sure
stuff.
that Gerald Curtis receives the benefit of Carl's sacrifice, isn't it?
It's not much. Most responsibilities can rest the person who killed himself. Unless you can think of any other connection between your work and Carl's death.
Yeah. I wonder, Miss Johnson. You believe in God?
More than I believe you.
Oh, snap.
We looked at the register tape too. As per witnesses on the news, only so many responded. And when it comes to this Carl Nelson kid, Summers in LA, we got more stray bullets than rain.
You're suggesting that 4 bullets sprayed into Carl Nelson's chest?
The wrong kid may have been hit, yeah. His death could be completely random. What physical evidence do you have suggesting otherwise?
You might try to investigate.
We are not being defensive. It's possible, too, that Detective Ross did everything right in his investigation, and the DA convicted the wrong man. If you know what you want to do, we're here to help.
If Gerald Curtis didn't kill that couple at the Quick Mart, it's possible that someone passing themselves off as one of the witnesses did. Did anyone who testified or that you interviewed, Detective Ross, match the description that Carl gave of the killer?
It's been a while. I don't remember exactly, but 20s, white, tall, male, blonde, a scar. Doesn't narrow down very much, does it? You think?
So far, we've found 323 men with priors who could be in the cell. We're still running more searches, but I've got the booking numbers, the photos, so... Okay, Detective Ross, if you could look through those people with us, see if you recognize any. Where is she? Something.
Oh, who are you looking for?
You know. Where is she? Stay up. Hello. Can I help you?
Hey, we have the contents of Gerald Curtis's cell. Excuse me.
Still, why don't we go into my office? We need to go into your office. I just came by to say that if you think that now that my husband is free, you're going to pick up your little affair with him where you left off and take over as the mother of my children, you had better think again.
I'll take care of this. Maybe we
Should have jumped there.
Get your hands off of me. And don't you ever even step into my house. I am warning you, because if I find out that you are sleeping with Will again, I will reopen this custody issue, and I am not kidding. Sorry about that little interruption. Detective Sanchez, is that the contents of Mr. Hurst's cell?
Yes, ma'am. Straight from Folsom.
So if
Yikes.
you could maybe get organized a little, Sergeant Gabriel and Detective Daniels, if you could pass the booking photos up to Detective Ross, and he can look through them and see if there's anyone he recognizes, and then maybe Lieutenant Flynn.
Wait a minute. I mean, we're not going to talk about what just happened?
No, I don't think so. No.
Chief,
If you could look through the
Chief,
Mr.
wait,
Curtis.
one
Did
second.
you go deaf all of a sudden? She said no.
So you want us to go through the boxes?
Yes, and if
Chief Pope. Chief Pope.
please set up some interviews with the old witnesses from Quick Mart, see if any of them are tall and blonde. Excuse me, just one moment.
I can take care of this.
Still, why does she hate me so much?
Estelle is angry about the terms of our divorce. She's guilty of having basically sold our children because her husband-to-be doesn't want them. She's lashing out on me.
You! I may have just lost the respect of everyone who works here.
Look, before you were hired, I made a full disclosure to the chief about our previous relationship.
What? You told the chief we had an affair?
No, that was about, I don't know, I forget what I forgot to tell you. But look, it's not as important as this. I will manage to fall off from Estelle. Give me a day. I'll take care of it.
Chief, we found something you should see. These are Gerald Curtis's pen pals. This in the price. Familiar?
Okay,
The same candle?
I like this, it's this level, but it has bombs on it, which is cool. It's too bad that sometimes they don't have the bombs.
I'll tell you why it matters. Because if Pope pulled her into our department because she's his ex, I mean, come on, how does that sound? Give a flying. What? It's nobody's business what she did with Pope then or now. I mean, even if she has been around with him, who does a better job around here? You? Neither does Tao or Buzz, do you guys? Okay, guys. You guys don't think that Taylor isn't going to have the same thing with this? It's bad.
That was cool. Got the crown with the Pac-Man.
You look close. Is that right, Kate?
Yeah.
I knew you went to our church, and I saw him after school in Father Lex's classroom.
I guess you quit while I'm behind.
Not really. But that surprises me because this picture would be all Carl had in his room of anyone, and I know that his mother just passed away. I didn't get this picture. I think it's off of his cell phone or something. Carl and his mom fought a lot. I mean, he said that she drank and
Wait, no.
stuff like that.
Okay.
So he's.
I gotta switch the thing.
It sounds like you're pretty close to me. We just started spending more time together recently. I mean, you know how it is when you only really like someone, but they have a really big crush on you, and you don't want to hurt their feelings, but you know, you just want to be friends. And I was like, that's like yes. That was me and Carl.
Was that you and Gerald Curtis as well? Did he have a little crush on you? You know how he got this photo? Actually, did you know he had this photo?
I sent it to him.
You're in contact with Gerald?
We all wrote to Gerald. It was part of our class assignment. How often did you write? I don't know. Only a few times.
She was the one.
Letters in Jerry's cell.
Prison mail isn't private. They can read it if they want to. So Jerry threw away all of his personal letters.
So the letters that you wrote to Jerry were personal?
No, he had a small cell and he didn't have a lot of room to keep things.
She's in love with the convict.
He threw away my letters.
Set up her boyfriend to.
How do you know that? Did he write you back?
Well, yes. How often? Only a few times. And it was not at all personal.
Then why did you send him the photo?
It's just a school photo. Is there anything wrong with it?
Did you not have a look at the letters that Jerry wrote you since they're not all personal?
I didn't save them. I shredded them and threw them away.
You shredded them.
Well, you're so careful with how you dispose of your meaningless correspondence. So just right down this hall to the left. Okay, thank you.
That little hoe.
So, now what?
Let's get a search warrant for let's see, let's get through before she does. What do you think? Did you have a bad day? What is it?
Yeah, I had a bad day. Did you?
Oh,
I think I know this.
sounds good.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. That must have been a big shock. Having Estelle Pope burst in on you like that, dredging up the past, making all those wild accusations. Well, I know that's trying to figure out how angry I am. You can decide how much you ought to explain.
Look, I don't know what you heard. I don't like what happened today either. You never heard all this anyway.
That's not important. What's important is that Estelle accused you of wanting to get back together with Pope. And she wouldn't have done that if she didn't think it was true. And why did she think that?
I don't know. Because it's not true. It is not what I want.
It doesn't matter what you want, Brenda. I know what you want. Just like Estelle knows what Pope wants, which is why she burst in on your murder room today, and now everybody else knows how Pope feels. And you're not doing anything about it. Nothing. It just goes on.
Well, I don't know what you want. Look at this whole frequency. You see,
I hate that level.
But you
I
can't help
made it.
but
I made it through.
by being absolutely clear with her. I'll show you how it's done.
All right? I will be clear about how I feel. I love you, Brenda. I love you. How was that for clarity?
Aw. What do I do? I don't know what to do. Oh, missing me. We have survived.
Fritzy? Is that you?
Sleeping on the couch. He's mad. Let's go. We're doing this. Anybody grab? Nobody's grabbing me. Nobody's grabbing me.
G. The search Kendall Price is happening. Do you need help there?
Yeah. And?
We didn't find any letters from Gerald Curtis, so she really did get rid of it.
I don't think so. No. In fact, I'd be surprised if you just they may not
So
be
where are
in
they?
Paris. Might be at school. So I think we should get Father Watson. It's my locker.
This is a violation of the student's trust. I think we probably should go back.
After things don't have any reasonable expectation of us, there is
No.
no trust bound. What this boils down to, Father, is that I'm investigating the murder of a young boy who used to be compared to Jesus Christ, and now you are standing in my way.
Because you're using Jerry's innocent love letters to undo everything Carl died for.
So, you want to finish this now, Father, or do you want us to post a guard around this locker while we get the Archdiocese involved?
We will slap your fatherly face off.
We have no choice.
James Jerry's letters to Kendall and Turner. February 3rd, first contact. March 12th, they start writing each other every other day. Then there's the first African letter from Jerry, March 18th, and his happiness at first having said, I love you back, March 20th.
May 2nd, he wishes some witness would come forward to clear his name so he could get out of prison and wrap my arms around him. Sign yours in Christ, and then please burn this.
Then again, on May 12th, I pray every night that someone will appear and tell the truth.
This guy's doing some extraordinary things, which makes me think he might be cheating. Let's take a close eye at him.
Then 2 weeks.
When they start back up again, there's no mention of the gap. It's like it never happened. And then Kendall's running errands for him, forwarding mail, making phone calls, and then the idea of a new witness never pops back up.
Forwarding mail to who?
Gerald's mother in Fullerton, his uncle, someone named Steve, and phone calls between his brothers. Kendall's supposed to ask if he got my letter. Tell him I need a response.
Last letter was 8 days ago. Call Stevie and tell him I'm coming to town and I still don't know what he wants to do.
So sleepy. They only have to survive 3 minutes and 40 seconds. If they make it that long, they all win.
Okay, let's look for someone named Steven, Steve, Stevie, initial S, Sanchez. Would you help me with that? So that's okay, Bill. Do we have Mr. Preston Fresh?
Yeah, but it's a little scary.
Somebody fell in.
That's okay. I just need the date.
Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to say a word or two about what happened here yesterday.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Just had a long conversation with the chief, and he feels it's in the department's best interest if I have put this episode with a stop behind us, especially considering the success rate of the issue. And the long and the short of it is, there's nothing substantive to the terrible things that were said about Chief Johnson. And I'm also supposed to remind everyone that there's a big blood. So I hope we all know how to behave when we're around these teams. So, pardon me for interrupting. If you need any further help with this problem, Chief Johnson, you know where I am.
That was very nice.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Aww. They're getting along now. They're friends now. Right, now let's...
They made him come down here and say that.
What happened, Lieutenant? They agreed on their story and they went over what they wanted him to say.
Oh, come on. You didn't realize that already?
I found 4 Steves and this one, Stephen Brand, arrested 8:45.
I thought she was already on top of this.
1998 possessions of a controlled substance by.
There's some extra element.
Gerald Curtis arrested October 15th, 1998, 8:45 p.m. Possession of a controlled substance by Hollywood Division.
Stephen Brand.
This is
arrested
sexy.
by Valley Division, breaking and entering robbery on August 3rd.
Gerald Curtis arrested by Valley Division on August 3rd, 2000.
But sentenced to Judy for a year and a half. Stephen and Jerry were partners.
Yeah.
We arrested Stephen Brand and executed a search of his apartment and his car looking for weapons or any mail forwarded from Folsom. We found
Looks
what we
pretty good.
believed to be the murder
Let's go.
weapon, a 9mm pistol used to kill Carl Nelson, with the driver's seat.
I think if I don't win the next one,
Letters to the suspect.
I'm gonna stop.
Curtis.
It's too much throwing good money after bad. We have to come to terms with the fact that I'm just not playing that well right now, and I'm only gonna lose points if I keep going.
This is the guy Jerry had forwarded mail to. As you can see, he's white. Or do you need a red bandana?
That you did.
Nothing. I just wanted Stephen to know that he was back in town, have him come visit in jail, that they were friends, and Jerry said that Stephen was still using drugs, and he wanted to talk to him about how sobriety had made a change in his life. That's all.
Look at the letters that Jerry sent. This one and some of them are missing, Kendall.
You have everything.
Like many hardened criminals, your friend Stevie here is his firm attorney.
That means we cannot question him directly. We'd like to do this without arresting you.
Buzz, could you please turn on that other monitor?
Yes, ma'am.
Jerry. I'm gonna give you one more run at this candle. I want you to listen very closely to what Jerry has to say. Thank you, officer.
I'll see you again.
Strutting your slates too much. Got your motion for a new trial. All right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you'll probably be glad to hear that we found the person who murdered Carl Nelson. Stephen Brand. He also matched the description that Carl gave of the person who shot the Korean couple. He's not talking, of course. He's
Oh, that's amazing. When did you find him?
a couple hours ago. So the only thing I have left for you is a question or two about some letters that we found in his apartment from me, forwarded to him by a young girl by the name of Kendall Price. You know Kendall. You kept a picture of her when you saw her at Folsom. She was one of several young ladies you have photographs of. So far, these women, by the way, whose pictures you had of yourself.
Just girls that I write to, or who write to me. Some of my girlfriends.
Was he one of your girlfriends?
No, not really. No. She was,
Wait. That's not what you said in the letters.
Look, it was nice to her because she wrote me all this, like, fan mail, and I didn't want to hurt her feelings at all.
See, that's one of your friend Kendall forwarded mail to. Look, here it is. Dear Stevie, good news. One of my girlfriends, I've mentioned her to you before. Butterface.
Oh.
Doesn't that refer to a girl who has a great figure but her face isn't so great? Maybe that's something else. No? Let's go. Butterface has helped me find a witness to the murders I was falsely accused of. His name is Carl Nelson of 4503 Patterson Drive, and he's a 16-year-old boy who wears glasses. That sounds awful what you did. Carl was before your lawyers mentioned him. See, his postmark was dated 2 weeks ago. Here, this is just chock-a-block surprises this later. Anyway, well, let's go. Carl, there's his name. Was actually in the Quick Mart when the murders took place and has just finished giving a sworn deposition describing the real killer as being a tall, blonde man with a scar from his mouth to his chin. I know you had to have this information. Just goes to show you, doesn't it, that things are never over. Yours in Christ, Jared. Here's what I'll believe. I think you have it. You hoped would lie for you. Oh, get a friend. And that Kendall did just that. And you know what else I think? Stupid girl. It's probably better Stephen Brand, who I believe drove you away from the Quick Mart after the robberies. And once Carl gave you that description to your defense attorneys, you thought that Stephen would escape and kill you. And you I wonder how Stephen will feel when he knows that you gave the description. You can't trust him.
I want my lawyer.
Especially if you couldn't trust Carl, a 16-year-old boy who might fall to pieces on the witness stand with his age. And if I were to find out that you'd written all of that out for Kendall so that she could help Carl make his testimony more believable, it's nice and efficient. I said, what the hell? You first.
Oh. Alright. Let's watch how it's done.
I have to let this. I told Carl and saying he was there. He had a crush on me and I don't want to know it's just true.
Wow, already. Nice going, dumbass.
I have no idea. None.
Should have, though.
You got an answer.
Alright, I guess this is where we stop. I'm just gonna quickly change the outfit and then call it. Oh. What a disaster.
So did we find Jerry's other letters?
Yes, Kendall kept them in the Bible that she got for confirmation. And this little letter that really does it for Gerald Curtis. Writes out the entire script for Carl, and it's filled with stuff that only the shooter would know about. And it's in his own hand.
All right, you think that'll convince the judge?
Yeah, and he signed it, yours in Christ.
So I hope Taylor's visit cleared everything up for you.
So too.
You're not mad at me about all this, are you?
No, that's not your fault.
Doing some house cleaning?
Alright, that's all, folks. Please like, subscribe, click the bell, leave a comment. Love you guys. Bye bye.
Okay, all right, well.
Stop recording.